Today, I'm going to give you the full rundown on fame earnings, fame gain, how fame is calculated, how combat fame credits are earned and calculated, how combat fame credits convert to fame when putting it in weapons, armor, offhands, helmets, boots. We're going to go over everything. I'm also going to illustrate it for you to make this as simple and as easy to digest as possible. And for the data nerds out there, I'm also going to show you all of the data so that you can just look at the raw numbers and the raw words without the drawings and explanations. Let's get into it. So first off, I want to explain what fame is, how you get it, all of the real basic stuff for brand new players so that they can understand how this works. Fame in Albion Online is how you level stuff up. Every piece of equipment has a specialization to it, so these are bolt casters. There are bolt caster specialization. This is a crossbow. These have crossbow specialization, but the bolt casters and the crossbow are both part of the crossbow family, and this is called crossbow fighter or crossbow mastery. When you level up mastery, you can equip higher tier or more powerful versions of that gear, and then when you level up specialization as well as mastery, you get item power to increase it. So let's talk about how all of that stuff works with a handy dandy little graphic here. And we have, we're going to be using the 10,000 fame tome. You get one of these a day for completing the daily challenge. For those that don't know what the daily challenge is, it's right here, daily bonus. Just by playing the game and killing things, doing anything, you get challenge points. And I have one to claim right here. There we go. So when I consume this tome, I will receive 10,000 combat fame. But even without these tomes, you still get fame from killing mobs and doing other activities. So if you were to kill a mob and the mob gives you 10,000 combat fame, it's the same thing as today's examples. So let's go back to the example. First off, I'm going to teach you how fame works when you do not have 100 mastery and you do not have 100 specialization, okay? So just to reiterate here, we're looking right here without 100 mastery or specialization on any piece of equipment. So the way this works is that when you get 10,000 fame, 10,000 fame will be applied to your mastery, which is in this case the crossbow fighter, and 10,000 fame to your specialization. It's not split, it's not divided. Both of these will get 10, that's a really bad zero, 10,000 fame, okay? 10,000 fame, but also it's not just your weapon, it's also your helmet, it's your offhand, your armor, and your boots. So everything you are wearing, all of your equipment, everything here will get 10,000 fame applied to it to level it up. All right, so let me just show you a piece of equipment now that I don't have leveled up. Let's go to, what is this, spears. Okay, so my spear fighter is level 37. If I receive 10,000 fame, this will go from 44,511 to 54,511. And if I have it equipped, and then the pike here will go from 13,979 to 23,979. So you earn fame at a 1-to-1 ratio. Pretty simple, right? Now, what if you have 100 mastery? That means this bad boy right up here is level 100. As you can see in the photo, it's level 100. So when you have 100 mastery, okay, what happens is you can start to earn something called combat fame credits. So if you open the Destiny board, it's this number right up here. You can see I have 14.240 million combat fame credits. And I'm going to tell you all about this and how much you can earn per fame, how much it spends for. But essentially, what a combat fame credit is, it's like it's like a piggy bank. It's like a savings account of experience points, which you can apply to any weapon, armor, helmet, boots, or offhand in the game to level it up. So for instance, I am a level 18 spear combat specialist. I can use my combat fame credits, which I have 14.2 million of, and I can get a spear combat specialist to level 95, which would cost me 13.8 million combat fame credits. Or I can push my spear fighter. Like right now, I cannot equip tier 7 or tier 8 spears. I also don't have these spells unlocked because like this spell harpoon unlocks at level 85. I'm not level 85, I'm only 37, but if I wanted to unlock it to level 85, it cost me 3.7 million combat fame credits, which I do definitely have, so I can spend those credits to level up spear without ever actually having to use the spear. Does that make sense? So if you have 100 mastery but not 100 specialization, and you earn 10,000 fame from killing a mob or consuming one of these tomes of insight, okay, then this is how much you will earn. All right, you will earn from your weapon 4,000 combat fame credits, and it will cost you 4,000 silver because with auto respec on, it costs silver to earn these combat fame credits. Okay, but you earn them at a much higher rate when it is on, okay? Armor is 2,000, and the cost is the same as the combat fame credits earned. So you got 2,000 for armor, 1,000 for your boot, and 1,000 for your helmet. So it's basically the same as armor. All right, and then your offhand is only 200. If you're wearing a full set, you earn 8,200 combat fame credits at the cost of 8,200 silver per 10,000 fame. So essentially, out of 10,000 fame, this is pretty easy to do. This is like 40%, okay? And then this is 20%, all right? And then this would be 10% for your boot, 10% for, well, that's a bad percent sign. But you get the idea. This is only 2%. All in all, you earn 82% of the fame you earn converted to combat fame credits. And we're going to talk about why that's good, and it sounds like crap, but it's not. It's really good. I'm going to explain later on exactly why it's so good, so stay tuned for that. Alright, now, what if you have auto respec turned off? That means this little thing is not check marked on the game. So what does it look like in the game? It's right up here. This is on when it's highlighted yellow, and this is off when it's grayed out. So with that, this is how much combat fame credits you earn when you have 100 mastery, right? Your mastery, that's this right here, your crossbow fighter, your your stalker jacket fighter, your crypt candle fighter, your cultist cowl, etc. You get the idea, right? Whenever you have 100 mastery, but you're not 100 specialization, okay? You only earn 1,000 from weapons out of 10,000, mind you. That's 10%, 500 in armor or 5%, 250 on your helmet and your boot. That's 2.5%. And your offhand is only 50. That is a 0.5%. All in all, it's a 20.5% earning. That's me. That's in the game. That boop noise you just heard. It's not you. Your friend didn't log in. I'm sorry. Maybe he did. Let me know in the comments. Okay. So you can see it's a pretty big difference. 2,050 instead of the, 8,400. So that's, but the thing is, you don't pay silver. With auto respec turned off, there is no silver cost. So you have to decide if it's worth it for you or not, and it absolutely is. Now, what if you have 100 mastery and 100 specialization? Now, there's almost never going to be an instance where you have 100 specialization, but you don't have 100 mastery unless you've unspec'd for some weird reason. It's not something that ever happens to players, honestly. So you'll almost always have 100 mastery long before you have 100 specialization. But when you have both 100 specialization and mastery, with auto respec turned on, okay, this is how much you earn per 10,000 fame. All right, for your weapon, and this costs silver, by the way, it will cost you, or it costs 8,000 silver, but you gain 8,000 combat fame credits. This is 80% right out of the gate. Armor is 4,000, that's 40%. Boots and helmet are 2,000 each, for a total of 4,000. Your offhand is 400. The entire set will give you 164% of your fame earned as combat fame credits. This is essentially, at the lowest converted rate, it's basically 3 times your experience, and I'm going to explain that later in the video. It's pretty simple to follow, okay? So how much do you earn now if you don't have auto respec? So, again, with auto respec turned off, okay, with 10,000 fame, this is how much combat fame credits you'll earn when you have 100 spec and 100 mastery. 2,000 on the weapon, or 20%. 1,000 on the armor, or 10%. 500 on your helmet, 500 on your boots, or 5% each. Only 100 on your offhand, or 1%, for a total of 4,100 combat fame credits, or 41% out of the fame that you earned, which is 10,000. Okay? Hopefully this helps you understand this complex math, because we're going to really dive into combat fame credit math now, which is completely different, but I'm going to help you understand it super easily. First, I'll tell you the data, and then I'll show you the data, alright? So the way this works is, whenever you are spending combat fame credits on your mastery and specialization, if it is a weapon mastery or a weapon specialization, okay, that's these guys, remember. If you're spending it on this, then 1 combat fame credit is worth 2 fame. So 10,000 combat fame credits will be worth 20,000 fame. Armor converts times 4, so 1 combat fame credit will be 4 fame. So this 10,000 fame tome will be worth, well, okay, if you have 10,000 combat fame credits, it will be worth 40,000 fame. Now, helmets and boots convert at an 8 times multiplier, okay? So that means it would be 80,000. And offhands convert at a times 40. Alright, so 10,000 fame would be, let's see, that would be 400,000, I think is the math on that. It's a lot. It's a whole bunch, okay? Now, let me show you, it's a little bit harder to show you the conversion, but I'm going to kind of just show it here. So we have a spear fighter from level 37 to 38. It's going to cost me 14,603 fame credits, okay? And it will grant me 29,207 fame. So we take 29,207, we're going to divide it by 14,603, and it's 2 and some decimals, okay? So it converts at a 1 to 2. You know, because if we double this 14k, it's, you know, 14.6k, it's 29.2. There you go. So that explains that. Now for armors, it's the same. It's also for specialization, okay? If I wanted to do it like Pike here, you know, I spend 22 and it's worth 45. It's the exact same conversion, regardless if it's mastery or specialization. Remember, specialization is 1 singular weapon. So this is spear, this is pike, this is glaive, this is Haran's spear. Your mastery is all of the spears. And it's the same for armors, okay? I know this is a little confusing at first, but for armors, you have all of the leather jackets, as you can see here, and then specialization is each singular jacket. And it goes the same for helmets, okay? All the leather helmets, all the leather boots, you know? And then you go to the leather helmets, and you have the mercenary hood, the hunter hood, the assassin hood, and so on and so forth. That's how you level it up, and also, you can also hover your mouse somewhere, I forget where exactly, but no, I guess not. I guess they took it away. You used to be able to hover your mouse over like some values and see all the math that I'm showing you. But you can also test it out yourself if you don't believe me. The math is correct. Now, I want to talk about how much fame is needed to level everything up in the game, okay? So masteries take about 15 million fame, not combat fame credits, just fame. Now, that's rounded up. It's like 14 million something, okay? But we're going to call it 15 million for simplicity's sake. And once you hit 15 million fame on your masteries, it will reach level 100. Your weapons and armor and your helmets and your boots specializations will take about 34 million to reach level 100. And your offhand is also only 15 million for the offhand specialization. It's a special one because it's offhands. This means that if you have 10,000 fame from the tome, remember, we have this little 10,000 fame tome, or you killed an enemy that gave you 10,000 fame, okay? So 10,000 fame is converted when you have 100 mastery and specialization to 16,400 combat fame credits, okay? Combat fame credits. And then you can spend that exact amount of combat fame credits as if it was 32,800 fame on your weapon, the lowest conversion rate. 65,600 if you put it in armor. 131,200 if you put it in helmet and boots. And for offhands, 656,000 fame in your offhand. Now, let me explain just real quick, okay? So let's say you kill an enemy and it's worth 10,000 fame, okay? But let's say you don't have 100 mastery or specialization. Well, you get 10,000 fame in your helmet, mastery and specialization. 10,000 in your armor, mastery and specialization. Only 10,000 fame and specialization in your offhand, okay? This is why combat fame credits are important, because because you want to start earning these combat fame credits as soon as possible, okay? Because instead of getting 10,000 fame on your offhand for one kill, you can get 656,000 instead, which is exactly what you want. That is so much faster. Okay, and for weapons, it's not much faster. Okay, it's really not that much faster, but it is still faster. It's the fastest way to level up in the game by using combat fame credits. Weapon and armor, offhand, helmet and boot masteries are going to be the first things that you max out, and once you max these, you can start earning those combat fame credits. You'll just get this naturally as you play. You can do it your first day if you're playing efficiently. You don't have to be like a pro gamer. Just go out in the open world, kill mobs, and you'll get 100 mastery your first day, assuming your first day is 8 to 12 hours of playtime, okay? So you only need 7 million combat fame credits to max out weapon mastery. Your first weapon, you won't have combat fame credits, so it's going to take about 14 million fame. You'll get that your first day, don't worry about it. But afterwards, you can earn 7 million combat fame credits super, super quick and easy, right? I mean, it really, the more geared you are and the better your gear is and the more specialization you have. Like me personally, I can, in a blue zone, the most noobiest of zones, I can farm what's called a static dungeon. It's meant for groups of players, but I'm so powerful, I can do it by myself. And I earn 20 million fame per hour doing this, okay? If you're not, like people that farm in the black zone only earn 2.5 million fame per hour. So I'm out farming them by a manner of almost tenfold, okay? The same hour that I spend that they spend, I'm getting 10 times the results. Okay, but this is in-game stuff with a satchel and auto respec and millions of silver, which you'll get there eventually if you keep playing. But okay, it only takes 7 million combat fame credits to max out a weapon mastery. Your armor masteries only take 3.75 million. Super simple. This is why you should specialize as a new player and not branch out and try to level 10 million things at once. You want to be earning these combat fame credits as soon as possible, and also you want to be earning silver to sustain this, because unless you have auto respec turned off, it does cost silver. Boots and helmets only take 1.875 million combat fame credits, and your offhand is the cheapest, only 375,000 combat fame credits. I can get this much in like 1 to 2 mob pulls. That means I can pull a few groups of mobs with my current character, and I will instantly max out an offhand. All of my offhands in the game, even ones that I've never used, are maxed out because it's so damn cheap. I've never equipped an Astral Aegis. I don't use Facebreaker. I don't use a Caitiff shield. This is the most useless shield in the game for what I do, because I don't tank for players. I don't PvP as a tank. I don't care about my crowd control duration against mobs or threat generation because I'm a solo player. But I still have that shield maxed out because it's so dang cheap. Now here's the stats for weapon specialization, 17 million in combat fame credits. Your armor specialization, 8.75. Helmet and boot specialization, 4.375. And your offhands only take 375,000. The exact same thing. You can see here that because helmets and boots are so easy to max out, that I have an entire line of helmets completely maxed out at 100. Now, technically, I'm going to tell you right now, 100 is not the max. It's the old max, okay? But going from 100 to 120 is completely different. You can't just go grind it out. The only way to go beyond level 100 is to spend combat fame credits and silver, okay? So that's a whole different subject. We're not talking about that today. Now, let's say you're a whale, or you're just super wealthy in the game, and you want to just buy these little fame tomes, because you can buy these and consume them. All right, if you just want to buy those, you would need 3,400 of them, and they cost about 18,000 silver each. I think I might have calculated this at 17,000. I don't remember, but it'll cost you about 61 million silver to level up your weapon. Just one specialization. Just this little light crossbow right here. 61,200,000 silver in tomes to max it out. Or to get it to level 100. But there's a more efficient way, and that's with the combat fame credits. The better method, okay, now, this is still not the best method, so this is just for fun, okay? let's say both your mastery and specialization is 100 on every piece of gear you own, okay? Because that's 100, it all converts to combat fame credits. In this case, you only need 1,037 of these beautiful 10,000 fame tomes. You only need 1,000 of them instead of the 3,000. Okay, and this would cost you about 18.666 million. However, because you are converting to combat fame credits, that costs silver because you have auto respec turned on. This will cost you 17 million for just that service, but the final cost is still much cheaper at 35.672 million. This means you should always turn auto respec on when using the fame tomes. All right, but there's an even cheaper way to do it as well. The best way to use your fame tomes is, for weapon spec in this case, is that you want your weapon specialization not to be at 100 when you're consuming the tomes. And you may be wondering, well, in the previous example, why would I consume tomes if it's already 100? And that just means, well, what if, like, say I have light crossbow at 100, but I want regular crossbow at 100? At that point, you're just doing it for the combat fame credits, which would be bad, but it's not that bad. But here, in this example, we'll pretend our light crossbow is not level 100, but our mastery is. This is where it becomes optimal. Now, your armor, your helmets, your boots, it's also optimal, and your offhand, it's also optimal that they aren't maxed out. But in this example, they are maxed out on everything, and it's just your weapon. This is just purely for leveling your weapon, okay? So, what this means is, I can't find my cursor here. So this means it would only take 978 tomes instead, which is less, that's good, costing 17.6 million silver, and the combat fame credits would only cost 12.127 million. So this means that you're only spending 29.7 million silver instead, under 30 million. Basically twice as effective as the first method. Now remember, I said that you shouldn't use the tomes, okay, if you have 100 spec and 100 mastery in your other pieces of equipment, okay? So, like in the example I showed earlier, these were all completely maxed out, but our weapon was not. So, if you have nothing maxed out and you used a tome for 10,000 fame, it applies twice. You get 10,000 in mastery, 10,000 in specialization on your, your helmet, your offhand, your armor, your boots, and your weapon. So, how much fame is that? In total, that is 100,000 fame, which sounds pretty dang good, okay? 100,000 fame, and you're only spending a 10,000 fame tome, or you've killed an enemy worth 10,000 fame. However, let's convert that to combat fame credits just to see how good or bad it truly is. In this example, this is where you have no mastery and no specialization maxed out. So, 10,000 combat fame credits, this is the amount of fame converted to combat fame credits. So technically, it's the same as spending 5,000 on your weapon, 2,500 on your boots, 2,500 on your helmet, 250 on your offhand. So this is basically, that tome is worth 20.250 combat fame credits if spent the exact same way. What I'm saying is that if you have 20,250 combat fame credits, you will get the same result as, popping one of these 10,000 fame tomes where nothing is maxed out. Hopefully this makes sense. Because what I'm trying to tell you is that it's more efficient to use tomes or to mob grind if nothing is maxed out, obviously. The combat fame credits are for targeting things that you absolutely can't stand grinding. Like, for instance, quarterstaffs are terrible in PvE. I know there was a patch that gave them some new spells, but they're still horrible to level, okay? I can use a light crossbow and clear open world mobs super quick, dungeons super quick, but a quarterstaff is going to struggle. So that's why you would want to spend combat fame credits on the quarterstaff and not manually level it up. But anyway, let's pretend now that we have, yes, I believe this is correct, that we have mastery here. Okay, let me get my little... We have mastery at 100, but our specialization is not at 100. So, eating or doing the tome now, and just getting the raw fame, and then, getting that same amount of fame as combat fame credits would be worth 10,125 combat fame credits. But because we have mastery at 100, we will be earning combat fame credits from 10,000 fame. at 8,200 as discussed earlier, meaning that our efficiency, which is not shown on the screen, I'll just fix that really quick. I guess I ran out of screen room here. But essentially, this is how much combat fame credits that would be worth if we spent it the same way for the same result. And this is what most players are going to be dealing with, because I'm going to be honest, like, as you play the game after like 2 to 3 months, you're going to have Mastery 100 in every single type of armor, boot, helmet, weapon, assuming you're like a completionist, okay? So you're only mostly going to be using Fame to max out specializations, which means whenever you kill anything with auto respec on, and this is with auto respec on, by the way. With it off, the math is it's 80% less, so we can calculate that pretty quick. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, 18,325, and then we're going to subtract 80%. That's, hold on, 18,325 minus 80% would be 3,665 instead. But then you add 10,000, so 13,600. Yeah, see, it's not a lot, but anyway. That's the video. Hopefully you now understand how Fame works and combat Fame credits work, and there's really not much more to explain. That's the entire explainer, okay? Maybe you're wondering, what about leveling Journeyman Adventurer, you know? What about leveling your Reaver level? Now here's the thing, okay? Anything you do for Fame levels up your Adventurer. Crafting, you know, gathering, all that stuff levels up your Adventurer. You're going to have this thing maxed out on your second day if you're slow. On your first day, if you can play at least 10 hours, you will have Elder Adventurer unlocked. As far as Reaver goes, this thing unlocks also on your second or third day. And unless you're doing Tier 8 content, you don't have to worry about it. Once you unlock Tier 5, right here, which is Expert Reaver, which is in your first couple of hours, you're good to go, alright? You're all set. You don't really have to worry, unless you're rushing to Tier 6 red zones, Tier 7, you know, black zones and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about your Reaver at all. I sold something. A Keeper's Crest. Cool. Thanks for the 9K, I guess. Anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about how Fame works, or Fame Tomes, or Combat Fame Credits, or Combat Fame Credit Conversion, please let me know. I read every single comment. I may not answer them all if your question was already answered in the video. Hopefully someone might come along and give you a timestamp or something. I think my channel actually auto-censors timestamps. I don't know. I just want to also let you guys know, I'd never delete comments. I do not delete comments. My YouTube channel is set to ultra strict mode, so if you like accidentally type out a hyperlink or say a naughty word or forget to put a spacebar after a period in a sentence, it just deletes your comment. That is not me doing that. I swear, please. You have to believe me. It's not me. All right, I'm pro freedom of speech here. But guys, so whenever you calculate Fame per hour when you're at my level with maximum specialization and maximum mastery, you're doing it purely in combat Fame credits. So if I can farm 10 million combat Fame credits per hour at the lowest conversion rate into a weapon, remember it converts 1 to 2. That means I farmed 20 million Fame in 1 hour. And there are people that think that is blasphemous, and they try to like slander me on Reddit because they think that Fame should only be calculated by this stupid silly stats page here. That your total all they care about are these stupid leaderboards, and they don't care about the actual practicality or usage of Fame per hour. They only care about increasing this number, which this number will not increase based on combat Fame credit earnings. Okay, you can see here it says I have 277 million Fame, right? From killing 212 million from killing mobs. I can show you my Destiny board, and you can clearly see, right? Like that's this is 37. Let's see, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 37. Look, I'll show you. I'm going to show you why they're wrong. 37 million times, what is that? 7. That's 259 million Fame right there. Okay, but my stats, and that's one weapon tree. That's just Warlock. Okay. I also have I have all of these, for one. I have, 100 there. I've got a bunch and hundreds and armors and weapons. I've got all the offhands, like I said. I've got Death Givers there. Druidic Staff. I've got the entire bow tree beyond 100. I have the entire crossbow tree at 100, okay? I've almost got the entire axe tree at 100. So, this stats page is BS. ignore this fame from killing mobs bull crap, okay? Because I've earned way more fame in this game than what this is telling me. So when people try to complain that I'm converting fame wrong, they're just trying to pick a fight. They're just trying to slander me, they're just trying to discredit me, and I've shown you all the math. The math is completely proper and correct. I have never misled anyone in a video because I make these videos for myself. I make these videos for a version of me in the future. Toxic, I love you. Look at this guy. I can't say your name because YouTube would hate me if I say your name, Mr. Toxic. Dude, this guy is such a Chad in the chat. I love him so much. Someone, Visa card gods, yes. Dude, someone donate this guy some silver, man. He is so cool. I love reading his banter in the chat. I wish I wasn't muted so I could join in. He is my favorite chatter of all time in the English chat. Okay, but like look at this guy, this Joy Hobo guy. I'm gonna invite him to my party because I can't talk to him. He said I'm a poser. I'm not a poser. I am just showing you the math, the truth. Nothing is misleading. I make the videos for a version of me 10 years in the future so that when I forget all this stuff, I can look at my old videos and it's literally me. I'm my own best friend telling me how to play again, okay? And who knows, in 10 years from now, it could be a completely different system, whatever. That happens, okay? But if it doesn't, then I will still understand all this crap 10 years later. And that's why I'm making this video, for me, and you can profit too. But with that said, guys, enough ranting from a schizoid, 4chan user. With that said, guys, I hope this video helped you. If you want to help me out and you're well off in your real life, if you got a nice job, lots of money, down below here, there is a join button right where my cursor is bouncing up and down. There's a join button somewhere down there. Click it. It's $5 a month. It's, you know how on Twitch when people subscribe for $5? It's the same thing on YouTube. It's called channel memberships. You will gain access to private, more personal videos. Let me see if I can find them here. And these private personal videos are awesome guides. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to pull up my channel. You might hear my voice echo a bit. Just a sec, because I have autoplay. Members only, view full playlist. Let's go. Let me sort it by date published newest. And this is what it looks like. I just want to show you it. Like, I don't put any kind of ads in my videos. I don't put any kind of sponsors in my videos. But you can see, where's it at? Members only vids. Okay. So here's a 3 million silver per hour method. It's actually more than that if you do it better than me, but I was kind of lazy. This is an advanced market flipping techniques guide. This is super useful. This will allow you to market flip like an absolute Chad without any, there's no third-party programs. Nothing here is a dupe method. Nothing here is an exploit. Everything here is just advanced guides and advanced tips, okay? SBI is making me tell you that there are no dupe methods and there are no exploits in these members-only videos, okay? SBI, they kidnapped me, they put the bag over my head, they attached the car battery, kind of, meme, whatever, you get the point, right? Here's how I would get rich on the Asia server. This one's super relevant. I think that came out today, if I'm uploading correctly on schedule. And I don't know why it's showing twice. That's a bug. Ignore that. I didn't upload the same video twice, guys. How to solo the Limhurst faction boss. There you go. That's usually considered impossible. So there's just so many good vids here, even like non-Albion vids, or I talk about personal things. I make fun of some stupid indie game that is not Albion Online. I'm not going to tell you what game that is. You have to find out. If you like Star Citizen, I got some gameplay of that. How I make YouTube videos. That's a fun one. I actually have another one of these made. I can go ahead and maybe preview that for you too. I'm sorry, I'm shilling. I know, I'm sorry, but guys, I just want you to get the most value out of my channel, please. I really want to prove my value to you. Let me just show. I made another one of those how to do YouTube things. Real quick, let me just pull it up here. Now, this video is completely private, and this video, how to be a YouTuber Albion version. This is more specific to Albion Online. This is set to private. This is not for channel members. This is for Discord members. Okay, you have to join the Discord and hang out with me. So that video, I'll switch it to unlisted. You can watch it. I'll switch it back to private when you're done. That's if you join the Discord and hang out with me and be my friend. So that's all I've got. On the right side of your screen is a video you should absolutely click, hand chosen by Google just for you, and that AI is the best at choosing videos. It knows exactly what you need, exactly what you want to enrich your life. It's basically, it knows everything. It's omniscient. Maybe. It's an AI. Come on, guys. But with that said, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video, and I'll see you then. Take care.